Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm back with another video. In this video I'm going to talk about MAA school for anybody that's joining the Navy to be a Master at Arms. So first let's start with all the leadership roles that there are in A school. First you have your class leader, who obviously takes orders from your sponsor and gives the orders to the class. And your sponsor is the person that's in charge of the class, and your class leader, he's the person that takes care of your entire class throughout A school. And then after your class leader, you have your class assistant leader, who obviously assists the class leader in anything that needs to be done. Then you have your class MA, who is the person obviously keeps everybody in check, training to do the job that you're going to be doing out in the fleet. Then you have your class yeoman, who just keeps check of everybody that's there, who's not there, you know. Pretty much they just do all the paperwork and stuff like that. So when you first get to A school, it'll probably be the weekend right after boot camp graduation. They'll give you a bunch of paperwork, and in this paperwork you have a JQR. That's a job qualification requirement. You need to knock that out as quick as possible, because you have 2 weeks to do it. And if you don't do it in 2 weeks, you'll get put on double duty, so you'll have double the watches and things like that. And speaking of watches, there's the watches increase in time from boot camp. The roving and the quarterdeck watch is 4 hours in A school. Then you have a duty driver, which you drive a van around, pick people up from medical and things like that, and that's depending on what time you get it, it can be up to an 8-hour watch. So it's not too bad. I've had it a couple times. Then you have your lounge watch, which is in A school you have a lot of downtime. So there's a lounge there where people can play video games, you know, watching movies and just relax after a class and stuff like that. And so there's a lounge watch in there, and they just sit there and, you know, provide anything that somebody needs in the lounge. Since you're gonna have a bunch of downtime, I recommend that you study a lot. You know, it really helped me. I graduated A school with a 95.5 GPA. So you just need to study a lot and not worry about anything else until after you graduate A school. There is Wi-Fi at A school, but it costs money. Depending on what you get is how much it costs. You know, you can get 3 months for $90. You can pay month to month for like $30. So it's just whatever you prefer. And then you have Liberty in A school. There's 3 different phases. Or there's actually 4, but you don't really see one of them. You start out in phase 0. So you can't go anywhere off base, but you can go anywhere on base. You just have to be back for muster by 2045. And then after a couple weeks of being at A school and completing some training that is mandatory and completing your JQR, they give you phase 1. And phase 1 allows you to go off base, but you have to be in uniform. You'll be in your peanut butters, and you'll still have to muster back at 2045, and that's just on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Then you have your phase 2 Liberty, which is the best one you'll get at A school. It's you can go off base in civilian clothes. You can wear civilian clothes on base. You don't have to muster on Friday, Saturday until 23:45. You can go off base any other day of the week. You just have to be back for muster at 20:45. And then on graduation day, you're not going to be there too much longer after you graduate, but they do give you phase 3. It's pretty much you can go off base and do whatever you want. You don't really have to be back. You'll have a roommate in A school, so I mean they're not going to let you pick who it is. They're just going to assign it. You'll have room inspections. Those are a big part of if you're wanting to get honor graduate or distinguished graduate, because you can't have any room failures to get those. Speaking of those, your honor graduate, you have to shoot expert on both the M4 and the M9 in your weapons block, and you have to graduate with a 94.0 GPA, I believe it is. And then your distinguished grad, you have to graduate with a 91 GPA, and you cannot have any room failures. And pretty much you just have to perform and be the top of your class to get these things. The undergraduate will get you automatic E4 at graduation. The distinguished grad will get you early advancement to E4, which is you'll advance to E4 in 10 months. So that's pretty good about that. There's PT 3 times a week in A school. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 05 in the morning. And then you have 2 PRTs. You have one right when you get to A school, and then you have another one right before you graduate. You have to pass it to graduate. And now we're going to get into the different blocks of A school. There's a couple different blocks that make up A school. I believe there's 11 tests, if I'm correct. If not, somebody can correct me in the comments. But your block 3 is your first main block. It's all about safety in block 3, and then after the safety part of it, they talk about, the use of deadly force. You have to know that verbatim, the deadly force triangle. You have to be able to justify why you use deadly force. And then you'll go through hand-to-hand combat training, I guess, right before you hit OC spray. And OC spray is quite an experience. That is something I'm not looking forward to doing again, but you'll have to recert every 3 years. And then after OC, that's when you'll get your phase 1. Then you'll roll into block 4, which block 4 is weapons block. It's probably the longest block you'll have in A school. Weapons block is really fun. You'll shoot the M9 many times, different courses and things like that. Then you'll shoot the M4. Same thing as M9, many courses, low light fire. Then you'll shoot the M500 shotgun, which it's real quick, but it's still fun. It's better than they let you do in boot camp. You also learn about crew serve weapons like the M240, but you won't get to shoot it, unfortunately. And then after all that, after you have night fire, is when you get your phase 2, which is the last day in block 4. You'll roll into block 5. Block 5 is the most stressful part of A school. You have 6 tests in 5 days, and you have 2 tests in 1 day on your last day of block 5. That's everything you're going to learn about your job, how to do your job. Everything you're going to need to know about your job is in block 5. Right after block 5, you'll have admin day, which is when you get your plane tickets home, you get your orders, That's whenever you'll find out when you go home, when you have to be to your next command and stuff like that. After that, you'll roll into block 6. And block 6 just talks about, stand-in watches, armory procedures, what to do if you come across an IED, how to do vehicle inspections, personnel inspections, team tactical movements. Block 6 is more hands-on than any other block besides block 4. And then after block 6, you graduate, and graduation is a great day. It's real quick. It's not like boot camp graduation. But that's it for this video. If you want to have any questions or comments, leave them down below in the comment section. Give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.